As Leonidas stands amidst the rugged terrain, the scent of pine and earth fills his nostrils, mingling with the metallic tang of sweat and anticipation. His gaze sweeps over the landscape, each jagged peak and swirling mist a reminder of the trials he endured within the Spartan agoge. Memories of dawn drills echo in his mind, the rhythmic clashing of swords and the shouts of his comrades reverberating through the years. As he fastens his bronze cuirass, he feels the weight of history pressing against his chest, a tangible reminder of the sacrifices made by those who came before him. Our story unfolds in the rocky terrain of Laconia, southern Greece. Nestled between the Taygetos Mountains and the Aegean Sea, this harsh landscape laid the foundation for the Spartan way of life. Spartans were a distinct people, bound by a deep sense of duty to protect their city-state, Sparta. The agoge, a term derived from the Greek word ago, meaning to lead or to guide, was the backbone of Spartan society. It was a rigorous system of education and training that commenced at an early age and sculpted individuals into formidable warriors. Spartan infants faced a unique initiation called the exposure. Weak or sickly newborns were left on the slopes of Mount Taygetos to perish, while the strong were deemed worthy of continuing the Spartan legacy. Those who survived lived a normal childhood up until the age of 7, when they entered the agoge. The agoge was designed to instill discipline, fortitude, and an unwavering sense of duty to the state. This initiation into the Spartan way of life was a testament to their philosophy. Only the resilient and strong prevail. From the first light of dawn in the agoge, the journey of a Spartan boy was characterized by gruelling physical training, setting the rhythm of his daily life. The air would resonate with the sounds of young Spartans engaging in rigorous exercises as they ran long distances over rough terrain, their muscles straining and adapting to relentless demands. Their bodies were relentlessly driven to the brink of failure. Frequent were the wrestling matches, where each young Spartan tested his might against his peers, turning every contest into a vital lesson in strategy, endurance, and the art of mastering both victory and defeat. Breakfast, a sparse affair, typically consisted of the infamous black broth, a concoction of pork, blood, salt, vinegar, and barley bread. It was more about sustenance than enjoyment, a theme that permeated Spartan life. The boys ate this meal together, reinforcing the sense of camaraderie and collective identity that was crucial to the Spartan military ethos. Mealtime was not just a time to eat, but also to bond and instill a sense of brotherhood among the trainees. Training with weapons was a critical aspect, as these young warriors learned the nuances of the dori, spear, and the siphos, sword. The emphasis was not just on individual ability, but also on working as a unit, which was essential for the phalanx formation, the hallmark of Spartan warfare. Under the watchful guidance of their instructors, known as the paidonomos, these young trainees honed their bodies into formidable tools of war and steadfast protectors of their homeland. Cultivating the mind of a warrior was as crucial as the strengthening of the body. The Spartans believed in a well-rounded education, so trainees also learned reading, writing, music, and dance. These cultural practices were interwoven into the fabric of Spartan training, transcending mere entertainment. Through choral singing and meticulously coordinated dances, the Spartans didn't just perform, they celebrated their rich history, honored their gods, and commemorated their triumphs. The end of the day in the agoge was as structured as the beginning. After a day full of intense training and education, the young Spartans would gather for a communal dinner, often consisting of the same simple fare as breakfast. This was a time for reflection, bonding, and preparation for the next day's challenges. Lights out came early. The boys needed ample rest to face the physical challenges of tomorrow. A unique aspect of the agoge was the crypteia, a secretive and myth-shrouded rite of passage for older trainees. This crucial phase marked a pivotal transformation in their journey to becoming full-fledged Spartan warriors. It tested not only their physical skills, but also their cunning, stealth, and survival skills. Typically, participants in the crypteia were selected from among the most promising of the agoge trainees. These youths, often around the age of 18, were sent out into the countryside of Laconia, away from the structured confines of their usual training grounds. They were expected to survive on their own for an extended period, often several weeks or months, with minimal equipment, usually just a knife and perhaps a cloak. The primary objective of the crypteia was survival, but it was also a test of the ability to remain unseen and operate covertly. The young Spartans had to source their own food and shelter, which often meant foraging, stealing from local helots, or even hunting. The act of stealing was not punished in this context. Rather, it was encouraged as a means to develop stealth and resourcefulness. However, getting caught during these acts was considered a failure and could result in severe punishments, reinforcing the importance of stealth and efficiency. An often discussed but darker element of the crypteia was the rumoured targeting of helots, the serfs who served Spartan society. According to some historical sources, part of the crypteia involved the Spartans being sent out to spy on or even assassinate strong or rebellious helots, as a form of population control and to instill fear. This aspect, though debated among historians, highlights the harsh realities of Spartan society and the brutal methods used to maintain their strict social order. During the crypteia, the young Spartans honed skills that were crucial for warfare, such as navigation, tracking, ambush, and survival strategies. The completion of the crypteia was a significant achievement and marked a key transition in the life of a Spartan youth, bringing him one step closer to becoming a full member of the Spartan military. This phase led to the pivotal moment of graduation from the agoge, marking a significant transition for a young Spartan. It symbolized their evolution from disciplined youth to a full-fledged warrior and dedicated citizen of Sparta. The journey through the agoge typically culminated at the age of 20. By this age, the trainees had undergone nearly 13 years of studious education and training. Their final year was often the most challenging, as it included advanced military training, preparing them for the inevitable call to battle. Graduation wasn't guaranteed. It had to be earned. The young Spartan faced a series of examinations and trials, both physical and mental. These tests assessed their combat skills, physical fitness, leadership abilities, and their adherence to Spartan values. Success in these trials was crucial, as it determined their future roles in Spartan society. One of the key aspects of graduation was being accepted into a syssitia, a communal dining group that was central to Spartan social and military life. Membership in a syssitia was essential for a Spartan male, as it signified his status as a full citizen and warrior. To be accepted, the graduate had to be voted in by the members of the syssitia, which was not always an easy feat. This process ensured that only those who truly embodied Spartan virtues and had the respect of their peers could join. Upon successful graduation, these young men officially became part of the Spartan army. They were assigned to a military unit where they would serve until the age of 60. Their graduation marked the beginning of their active military service, during which they are expected to apply their training in real-world scenarios, whether in battle or in maintaining order with Spartan territory. The most skilled graduates often joined the hippeis. The term itself translates to cavalrymen or horsemen in Greek, and they were Sparta's elite cavalry unit. The selection process for these elite warriors was even more stringent, comprising only the best of the best young warriors. Coming from a well-respected family would perhaps get you a foot in the door, but the rest was earned through excellence in training and commitment to Sparta. As for the rest of the new graduates, graduating had significant social implications. It marked the moment when a Spartan male could fully participate in Spartan society. This included the right to own land, marry, and participate in Spartan assembly. It was a moment of social elevation, conferring upon them the rights and responsibilities of Spartan citizenship. While there might not have been a formal graduation ceremony as understood in modern times, the transition was often marked by changes in clothing and equipment. Graduates received their full military gear, including their red cloak, the himation, and the arms and armor that signified their status as Spartan hoplites. The Spartan warriors were renowned for their mastery of a variety of weapons, each integral to their legendary effectiveness in battle. Central to their arsenal was the dory, a long spear approximately 7 to 9 feet in length. This primary weapon, with its leaf-shaped blade, was adept for both thrusting in close combat and throwing from a distance, essential in the phalanx formation. Accompanying the dory was the siphos, a short, double-edged sword. This secondary weapon was crucial in close quarters combat, particularly when the longer spear was impractical. The design of the siphos allowed for effective slashing and thrusting, making it a deadly tool in the heat of battle. The Spartan aspis, a large round shield, was more than just protective gear. Made of wood and covered with bronze, the aspis was integral to the phalanx, a tight formation of warriors that was the hallmark of Spartan battle tactics. The shield's size and durability not only protected the individual soldier, but also played a critical role in the collective defense and offense of the unit. Spartans were also versed in using the harpe, a curved sickle-like dagger. This versatile weapon served various purposes, including close combat and as a utility tool. Though less emphasized in Spartan warfare, bows and arrows were part of their weaponry. Spartans had training in archery, allowing them to engage enemies from a distance when necessary. Similarly, the sling was used for hurling stones or lead projectiles, adding a ranged component to their arsenal. Additionally, javelins or pelters were also employed. Used typically before the close quarters combat, javelins could disrupt enemy formations or cause initial damage. Spartan soldiers also received training in hand-to-hand combat techniques, including the use of staffs and cestus, a type of ancient boxing glove. These skills were crucial for situations where warriors found themselves without their primary weapons. As for the armor, it was meticulously crafted as everything else the Spartans seemed to touch. The cuirass, a bronze breastplate, was tailored for protection and agility. Their helmets, with crests and cheekpieces, symbolized their fearsome presence. Greaves and the aspis shield were essential for the phalanx, while the crimson himation cloak presented their unyielding spirit. Some warriors wore the linothorax, a lighter, flexible armor showcasing adaptability in combat. More than a mere training regimen, the agoge was a foundational element of Spartan society, shaping not just soldiers, but the very fabric of Spartan life. As the wise Heraclitus once said, "Character is destiny." And the character forged within the agoge defined these legendary warriors. Join us as we continue to explore the depths of history in our upcoming episodes. Remember to subscribe and share as we bring the past to life, one story at a time.